welcome the undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions!
I still struggle to understand why the WarGames stipulation was warranted and why the 5 women were fighting the other 5 women. I guess they have a stipulation to use annually. And really, I really didn't think that the match didn't necessitate that stipulation or that the women should have been fighting. But within the confines of that, if you just ignore that logistical nightmare that it was, I thought it was a fine match. They are running into the problem to where I think the WarGames match itself is starting to lose novelty, and it should only be utilized for specific feuds. Like the Bloodline storyline, it made perfect sense because there were 5 groups, or excuse me, 5 men and 2 groups that were a part of warring factions. And this is kind of like falling into the same trap they did before, back when Vince McMahon was in charge, where they had the pay-per-views named after the stipulations. So it was like Hell in a Cell, Fatal 4-Way, TLC, and you had to have a match with that stipulation in the feud just because it was that time of year. So you could have 2 people who there's no real animosity, they just might not like each, or they might have the same goal, and they're having a Hell in a Cell match because it's on the calendar. That's inexcusable. To me, it really waters down the stipulation, and it makes for it just makes it very monotonous. They all seem to just run into each other. And that's another thing when I think about the WarGames. When they first came out and they were talking about Rhea Ripley, that's Rhea Ripley's 4th WarGames match. There is no reason that anyone on the roster should have competed in 4 WarGames matches since they've reintroduced it back into the broader spectrum of what they offer in terms of matches. That's just inexcusable. But aside from that, like I said, I did enjoy the match.